welcome back to my channel. I am traveling with my husband right now, and this is just a little preview of my setup for when I'm traveling. I keep it very simple. Just make sure I have a clear, transparent folder. I pop this onto my wall. Depending on which company I'm teaching for, I have on either side. So just make sure you know what classes you're teaching. You want to play it safe? Just put maybe your name on it. No matter which class you teach for, you're good. Other things that I bring for my props are all very travel friendly. These are the SayAbc characters here. I just put them onto wooden sticks. My microphone for when it's time to sing a song, or it helps them to know it's your turn. My alphabet cards, and of course, monkey. My kids love the monkey. Okay, but this is not the purpose of my video. Since I'm obviously not in my usual classroom, I wanted to explain. I'm also with a bit of a cold, so if my voice sounds a little bit husky, sorry, I'm a little sick right now. So I wanted to make this video to talk about my pros and cons for working with SayAbc. The Cliff Notes version, the short version, yes, I do recommend them. I'm in my second contract now. I've been with them for almost 6 months. I wanted to hold off on making this video until I could truly make an honest assessment of the company after being with them for a decent amount of time. In spite of all the cons, which there are, and I will get into that, I do recommend them. I think they're great. I would recommend my friends, my family, and obviously if you're watching this, you to apply. If you are interested in applying with SayAbc, what do you need to have? You need to have a bachelor's degree or be in your last year of a bachelor's degree. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, yes, you can still apply. If you have some kind of teaching experience, I highly recommend, with or without a bachelor's, get your teaching certificate, TEFL, TESOL. You can easily do it on a weekend via Groupon. Get that. If you don't have your bachelor's degree, you need to have some kind of teaching experience and a teaching certificate. You also need to be a native speaker. So do you have to be a US citizen? No. But your English needs to be a native level. Also have to have good technology requirements, a good computer. On the website, I'll link it below. It lists all of the requirements and steady internet. If you're interested in applying, if you think this is for you, go ahead and click below. My referral link is below. Please use my link to apply. I can check on you and check your process. If you do apply with my link, please do me a favor and send me an email. I don't have access to your emails when you apply, so I can help you further. Please go ahead and shoot me an email once you apply. Let's get right into the pros and cons. I'm going to start off with the pros and then end with the cons. My number one thing that I love about SayAbc, it's something that's actually very close to my heart. I love the diversity at SayAbc. I've experienced discrimination from other ESL companies in the past, and I know it's something that happens, but I don't believe that it should be happening, and it shouldn't be at least so blatant. With SayAbc, that is not an issue. They hire quality teachers. They do not look at your religion, your skin color, your age either. I have helped a variety of candidates get hired. I myself am a teacher of color, and I can attest that they do not discriminate based on your race, your color, or your religion. And I'm so proud to work for them. I've seen with other companies, there's questions like, oh, why are there only this percentage of these kinds of people? Or, ooh, do I have to worry about being this race? I love that with SayAbc, that's not even an issue. That's not even an issue. I can attest to that. And that is my number one reason why I love them. And I am proud to work for a company that is up with the times and doesn't look at those kind of factors when hiring teachers. My pro number two, the pay. I mean, come on, I love teaching, but we're all doing this for a reason, to make some money. You make $21 to $28 an hour. That's really good. Other jobs in the industry have you around $12 to $15 an hour starting. So to start you at that range, it's very competitive. It's a great pay. I appreciate them paying a quality teacher for quality work. Pro number three, people at headquarters. They are some of the nicest people I have ever worked for. The way they talk to you, their language, I really appreciate it. This is who I work for. It's very refreshing to be working for people in headquarters who we're all on the same team. They're not against the teachers. We're all working together, and it's really refreshing to be part of that kind of a team and that kind of an environment. Their policy for taking time off. For now, they have a very reasonable and acceptable policy. If you let them know ahead of 24 hours, give them a day's notice that you won't be able to teach, they will find you a substitute. And I mean, come on, life happens. You can get sick. One time I lost my voice, I couldn't teach, I let them know. I actually gave them, I think, only 12 hours notice, but I think the official policy is 24 hours notice, and I got a sub, no problem. Like I said, they're on your side. It's not like, oh, you have to worry about teaching from a hospital or teaching because you have to, or else you're going to get fired. Of course, you can't just take off days for willy-nilly. If you have a schedule, you should complete. You should comply with your schedule. But life happens and they are understanding of that. As a teacher, it is very refreshing to know that they're on my side. Next thing I love about SayAbc, you don't have to do feedback after every class. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Trial classes, yes, you do have to do feedback for a trial class. You get homeroom classes. Homeroom classes are a block of 9 classes that you see twice a week. Those 9, you only have to do feedback. Every 3 classes, you have to do feedback. So it's so nice when you have a homeroom and you just teach it. Done. My next thing that is great about SayAbc, I love the platform. I love the lesson content. You just have to teach. When you work for SayAbc, yes, you are teaching English, but it's not like you have to prepare the lesson content and figure out how you're going to teach this concept. It's there. Just load the PowerPoint and that's it. You get to teach. All you do is what your job is. Teach. It's great. The platform itself, it does a lot of the work for you. Other companies that I work for, you have to have a reward system, you have to have this and that, and it gets a little stressful. And to me, it distracts you a bit from your actual job at hand. Teach. With the SayAbc platform, the lessons are all interactive. A lot of the work is actually put back on the student. The audio is already recorded, so you just play the audio. I put my microphone on mute, I mouth it like I'm singing, but I'm not. The platform is interactive. You're more like the director of the show. Your job is to direct the show, get the students to participate, but the work, the grunt work is already done. It's great. And another thing that, as you can already know, I love about this job, it goes anywhere you go. You can travel with this job. I am traveling right now. All I've brought is this and a Ziploc baggie with the props I showed you before. This is it. That's all I've brought. You do have to have good internet, and of course, for now, SayAbc, you have to teach from a computer or a laptop. You can't teach from your iPad for now. You can be on the road and teaching. Of course, that's if you want to. If maybe you want to take a vacation, obviously you're not teaching, but if you want to continue to travel and have some kind of a income coming in, you can do this. It goes wherever you go. My last and one of the most important pros about SayAbc, the kids. There's no job I'll get up that early for if I didn't love it. My goodness, they are so adorable. I have one student, his name is Aaron. At the beginning, he just, I don't think he liked me. He just didn't like me, and he was like not having it. But right now we are on lesson 6 of the 9 that I'm teaching him, and he is now one of my favorite students. He has really warmed up to me. He's so funny. Like, you know, I get into the class a little bit early, like 6 to 7 minutes early, but I keep my camera closed. I'm just getting my stuff ready. But he just, teacher, are you there? Teacher. And he's showing me his turtle, and he's showing me his grandma, and I feel like I'm part of the family. But it's so amazing to have that connection from all the way one side of the world all the way over to China. The kids are great. I see them twice a week, and you just form a connection with these kids that is really special, and it's amazing that I get paid for this. Okay, so that's my list of the pros with SayAbc. Let's get into the things that I don't like so much with them, the cons, the things that I want you to know about before you apply, so that you can make an educated decision as to if this job is right for you or maybe not. It's not all champagne and roses. There's some kids that they know what they're doing, and they just get under your skin. They do it on purpose, and not every class is perfect. You will have a kid who is crying the whole class. Praise God for the mute button. You can mute them, but they're just not having it. Or there are some really smart kids that they just don't want to be there, and they just don't cooperate. And so you have to have a bit of a thick skin. There are some classes where it's harder than usual. The lesson is hard to teach. The kids just aren't having it. And no matter how good of a teacher you are, it's a hard lesson. So don't take it personally if that happens to you. And I wanted to be completely honest with you that it does happen. Not every class is perfect. It might be a pro for you, but for me, I am not a morning person. No. So the hours of work, Eastern Standard Time, 6 to 9 a.m. or 5 to 8 a.m. depending on daylight savings. And during the week, I can't just roll out of bed and teach. I do need a little bit of time to get my coffee and just get prepared to teach. So I have to wake up about 4:20, 4:30. That could be a pro for you, because the great thing is I teach. I am done at 9. I'm done for the day. I've done my work. I can exercise. Sometimes I should do more, but exercise, clean, get on with my day, and it's done. Communicating literally on the other side of the world. Sometimes I send an email, I need an answer. Sometimes it takes a while to get an answer. I have an issue, I need an answer now. Keep in mind their headquarters are on the other side of the world in China. That's just how it is, but it's something that I wouldn't call a great thing with a company. It's a pro and it's a con, but they are a small company. They are growing like crazy, but for now, compared with other companies, they're still quite small, starting up, and they have what I would call growing pains. There's things that they change, or last month it was this way, but now it's this way. Some things that are lost in communication that I wish they would communicate more with. There are things that change a lot, and it's hard to keep up sometimes. I just wanted to let you know that. And that's part of the growth process. I'm very happy they're growing exponentially. But with that growth comes pains for me as a teacher. Another thing I would definitely call con: bookings. You're not going to get fully booked right away. Like my first week I had 4 trial classes, so that's 4 classes, and I had opened a lot more slots. I wasn't getting fully booked with the company, and I thought, I don't know if this is going to work for me. Then I gave it 1 to 2 weeks, and I got more fully booked. Of course, you want to get started running out the door. That's not going to happen with SayAbc. For me, it took about 2 weeks, and I'm still not fully booked. I'm about 75 to 80% booked, which is acceptable to me. But I would say give it 2 weeks, up to a month, to get fully booked. You will get booked with SayAbc. If you don't get booked, you can email them, you can write them on Skype and request classes. I did that, and right away, the next day, they gave me classes. You might have to ask, but you will get booked. You are an independent contractor, so what does that mean? No insurance. I don't have insurance. With SayAbc, you have to look into other ways of getting insurance. Another thing, as an independent contractor, is you are responsible for your own taxes. They do not withhold taxes from you. You are responsible for filing your taxes depending on where you're living, what country you're from, and the laws there. I would definitely consult a tax professional or someone who knows more than I do. Tax season doesn't mean you get a tax return. It's sad. And another con for me, as being an online teacher, there are tech problems. There are technology problems with the classroom, with the platform. And the first time it happens, you feel like you're gonna die because your heart is exploding and you're like, don't cancel that class!
Come to the class.
Technology problems will happen. They will help you through it. You can't hear the student can't hear you. You have to refresh your classroom. They have to refresh their classroom. But as these technology problems happen, you learn, and it's no big deal. But they will happen. And then you learn what the problem is, and you learn how to fix it in the future. As an online English teacher, things aren't always perfect. So just so you know. So those are, I think, my biggest pros and cons to working with SayAbc. If you are a possible teacher and you haven't applied yet, please use my link. That will get you into my tracking system so that I can personally help you and coach you along. They have changed the process. If you do want to have me as a referral teacher, you do need to add me before you do your interview. So please use my link, or if you haven't used my link but are going to have your interview, please mention in your interview that I am your referring teacher. You can give them my name and my code EGGGC. Okay? And shoot me an email once you do that so I can help you along with the next steps. I don't know if in this video I covered all of the questions that you might have been thinking about with SayAbc. If not, please feel free to comment below and let me know if there's any other questions that you have that I can help you along. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.